Hey guys, welcome to the Joe Jaguar Show again, your best friend in astronomy, science, and telescopes. Oh, actually, wanted to tell you guys, I hit 1,000 subscribers about 2 weeks ago, and I appreciate it immensely. Thank you for supporting my funniness, I guess, even though I don't always think I'm funny. I try to put some humor into just showing telescopes sometimes, but maybe I do something a little bit different than others don't. But whatever you like about me, I appreciate you 100%. Okay, guys, are there some things you cannot talk about because virtually get you in trouble? This could be one of those where you guys just suddenly say, Joe, I've loved you until this video. I'm out of here now. I can't be subscribed to you anymore. This might be it. Okay, what am I talking about? I've been hearing this argument since at least 1999. It was blowing up on the forums, and even to this day, 22 years later, 23 years later, people still talk about this. They argue about this. They fight about this. No one seems to win either side, and that is why we're doing this video. And it is GOTO or manual. We'll be right back. Okay, Joey, we're going to talk about GOTO telescopes. Yeah, we're going to talk about we're talking about brand new people, get GOTO telescopes or fully manual telescopes. And I need your help this time because, as you know, actually here, come over here. Yeah. This argument has been happening since at least 1993. And I'm wondering if you can help me with it. Actually, here, come over here so people can see you. Good boy. Okay. So, in one hand, GOTO helps you find stuff faster. Where are you going? Okay, let me turn the camera on. Okay, so in one hand, okay, you have people who buy GOTO telescopes, right? And I've heard this for hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of times, right? Where on the forums, they say, I can't get my GOTO to work. It's pointing in the wrong direction. It's not being successful alignment. My batteries died midway. Just about everything, the motors are not tracking. I've heard it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times about the GOTO. So the first thing I normally would say is, yeah, so if you guys have a different thinking, that's okay. I'm going to tell you my opinion, what I think brand new people. We're not talking about people that have been in the hobby a long time. So currently, I have the 8SC and the 12-inch LX90 GPS. So both of them are GOTO telescopes. Okay, so it's not like I don't like GOTO telescopes. Its first reason is a GOTO telescope of the same size, 8-inch SCT, or even if we talk about an EQ5 manual and an EQ5 GOTO. In the equatorial, the EQ5 version, it's going to be at least almost 3 times more expensive. Yep, you heard me, 3 times more expensive. So that's the one thing. So brand new people, you guys got to think about if you get or you want to go GOTO, it's going to be probably 3 times more expensive. Now, the camera you guys are seeing right now, I just got it 3 months ago, 2 months ago, something like that. Maybe 2.5 months ago, right? This was $1,500 iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now, the one I've been using for the last 2 years, as you guys see on the channel, that was an iPhone 11. And I think I paid, I don't know, $1,000 to $1,100 Canadian for it. I just sold it 2 months ago and I got this. Believe it or not, I got $400 cash for it. So I would say that's going to be the same thing as a go-to telescope. So it doesn't mean that it's not going to last long. But what happens is if once they come up with new firmware and new model, that type of thing, for instance, I love the 8SC Nexstar. Now, the first one that I got in it was 2000, because the Nexstar 5 came out in almost, I think the summer of 1999. And then Christmas, roughly, is when the Nexstar 8 came out. Anyway, so the point is, it will get older. They will introduce new models, that type of thing. And then, so the first generation was a gray Nexstar 8. It could not come off the fork arm. It was mounted on there. The second generation was the Nexstar 8i, and now you have, it's lasted a long time, but the Nexstar 8 SE. Now they got the Evolution model, but regardless, what I'm saying is GOTO is going to cost you maybe 3 times more. Second, eventually, when you try to sell it, it's going to lose its value based if it had, it's the older model or the model below. Then, if anything goes wrong with a GOTO, let's say you have an equatorial mount GOTO, sometimes you cannot take the motors off. It's basically, you're going to lose whatever the value is. It's gone because it's not going to be worth anything, maybe just for parts. Now, some models you can strip out the gears and whatever, and make it a manual mount, then it's okay. But you're still, you're going to lose a lot of money. And remember too, for a brand new person, I would say the alignment procedure is probably, what would you say, Joey? 10 to 15 minutes, I think. And then if it's not successful, you try it again. Now you're talking about 20 to 30 minutes. For some people, they might just pack it in and say, that's enough. Maybe some people are going to try it a third time. If they can't get it to work again, then they're going to give up. And I have seen literally thousands of GOTO telescopes for sale in the used market. Yes, there are manual telescopes that people sell because they can't get it to work as well. But at least maybe for a manual version, maybe if you only paid a third, it's not that big of a loss. Generally, on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook Astro group, and when I was on the UK forums and the USA forums, I normally say, and I still do, say for people to get fully manual telescopes. And the reason is, it's a hard hobby to get into. You got to learn things like, declination and RA ascension. You got to, if it's an equatorial, how do you align it north or to the North Star or a polar line? How do those setting circles and those degrees, how do you work that? Slow motion controls. I know, for instance, when I first got in the hobby, the moon was okay. But when I tried looking at, let's say, Jupiter, what I was doing is blowing up the focus to make the image like Jupiter bigger. And I was actually going out of focus. I didn't realize that. Because everything we use is automatic. Your phone, before digital cameras, and like everything that we have, everything's fully automation. Exposure, fully automatic, flash, and that type of thing. So there's so many things that you have to learn in astronomy or as a telescope, how to align the finder scope, which eyepieces to go first, this first, second, third, what is a Barlow, how do you use it, where do you find things in the sky. People do get out of the hobby because it is hard. So it's partly manufacturer's fault that on a box, when you buy, especially a GOTO, they show you basically you just push a button, turn it on, push a button, and there you go. And it's led, I heard hundreds of times, people, it's not like that. Some models you need to level north with the ground and point north type of thing. Latitude, longitude, maybe what city you're on. Daylight savings time or standard time. You got to put your time, date, year. as close as you can. And then it's going to say to align on 1 star, 2 stars, sometimes 3 stars. And people don't understand this part too. They just think it's going to do everything for you. You turn it on and boom, it's going to find it, and it's not. And if you don't align those stars properly, it's not going to be successful. But also, a lot of people don't even know any constellations, maybe except for Orion or the Big Dipper, in the whole sky. And if you don't know, I would say 20, 30, 40 stars throughout the whole 4 seasons or whatever, the sky, depending where you are, then how do you know which one the computer wants? And that could be a big reason why people give up on this hobby. So basically, I say for brand new people, get a fully manual scope and learn the sky. Learn how to operate the slow motion controls, align the finder scope to the main scope, what eyepieces to use for a second, that type of thing. So many things to learn. Maybe after a year or so, once you get the hang of that, as well as imaging, wait at least a year, use the manual scope, and then you can get a GOTO, I think. It's just I've read it. See, Joey left. He doesn't want to talk about it anymore. He's heard it. He's literally heard it thousands of times, right? And you just don't want to talk about it anymore. So anyway, guys, my thinking is, I think you guys should, if you're brand new, get a full manual. It'll be 2/3 less, at least half, whatever, depending on the model. You want to say something? Is that why you're going closer? Do you want to say something to the people over there? No? Yeah, he doesn't even want to talk about it. Because, like I said, for 22 years, they've been discussing this on the forums, and people fight, and you're wrong, and this is better. If you observe from the city, you can't even see stars, so you might as well go to. So whatever the reason is, I think anyway, get manual, learn how to operate it first for about a year, and then if you want to get a GOTO, by all means, go ahead. However, if you're on the other boat and you think, as I just said, you prefer GOTO and not learn the constellations and stars and that type of thing, and just try, again, just be prepared to pay at least 50% more or double, or it could be triple depending on which model you're gonna go. There is a big learning curve if you're brand new, because not only do you have to learn how to focus, how to do all those things, even with the GOTO telescope. What are you doing? You have to learn all that stuff with the GOTO, but now you got to learn the GOTO procedure. The other thing could be, okay, lastly, thank you. That's how he gives me like a high five. When you know how we pump fists, he gives me a little headbutt. Thank you. You're going to have to do is learn how to control the GOTO features. Now, some people, and that's why maybe Celestron came out with the Star Sense. Now you have a phone app on there that kind of shows you where to kind of point. And I don't think there's 100% accurate, those things, but it's just trying to make, and then the earlier models had like GPS. First generation just had regular GOTO with no GPS. So they're always trying to figure a way to make it easier and easier. But sometimes those gadgets makes it harder and harder, like initially, to figure out how to work this stuff. And sometimes it becomes so frustrated that people just, I guess maybe if you're as old as me, it's like, forget it. It's too technical. I can't even get, it's too much information for my little brain to figure out. And some people just prefer, you point the telescope and you just put the eyepiece and just start looking. I'm in that boat. However, I do like GOTO telescopes as well. I mainly use the GOTO mostly up north, but if you look at the last videos where myself and Angeles went up north in 2020 and 21, I brought, all those times was an 8-inch SCT on a EQ5 manual mount. I didn't bring my 8SC GOTO, and I was manually finding all those objects in the sky for Angeles to look at because I wanted to show her. So it's not that hard. if you guys like computerized telescope, that's fine. But basically, if you're brand new, I am gonna probably motivate you or gear you towards do it the old way. Get a book, map charts, constellation, a planisphere, and learn the constellations. Within the constellations, try to find the specific objects like galaxies, clusters, globular clusters, nebulas, whatever it is, and try to find it. I do have a video, how to make things easier. Like if you don't have a go-to and it's becoming frustrated, watch this video. You can look at that. It makes things a little bit easier. But again, that's my thinking. Again, if you guys like GoTo, there's nothing wrong with it, but be prepared to pay more. Be prepared to learn more, because not only are you just learning everything in the sky and constellations and stars and the movement, seasons maybe. You're learning, you're also learning now a computerized telescope. If you do get out of the hobby, or if something goes wrong and it doesn't work, or when they stop making parts or that version of it, just be prepared that you might lose 3/4 or more if you're just selling it for parts. Sometimes you can save parts of it, sometimes you can't, but totally up to you guys. Okay, now you guys tell me how you guys feel. I know some of you guys are going to be experienced, so do you guys prefer both? Non-go-to or go-to, that type of thing. But it also, you brand new people, you tell me what you think. Maybe you just bought a telescope this year or last year. Maybe you only been in the hobby a couple of years. What did you buy? Okay. And why did you choose that way? Did you go the manual way? Why did you choose that way? Did you go the go-to way? Did somebody steer you that way? If you went the go-to way, you tell me. If you had a hard time learning just the regular stuff of everything you have to learn of a telescope, plus now the alignment procedures and all that stuff of a go-to, was it hard? And that's it. Anyway, Joey, here, let me put you more in the frame. Okay, Joey, so that's it for this video. We're going to leave it at that. We said enough about this subject, right? And do you want to say bye to everybody? I'm Joe Jaguar. This is Joey, the talking bird. Although he didn't say, he actually never says anything but he knows how to talk. But one day I'll show you guys. I do have a video Joey talking type of thing, but usually he doesn't talk when people are around, or if you're kind of paying attention to him, he doesn't want to talk. But he knows how to. Maybe one day he'll actually get in a conversation with me, with you guys. Come here, come on. And that's it. So this is Joe Jaguar. Thank you for watching. If you know anybody on the forums that maybe asked a specific question, see, again, he doesn't even want to talk anymore about go-to or manual telescopes. If they asked a specific question that I have a video to, share my videos with them. And again, appreciate you guys getting me to 1,000. I'm actually, I think, 1135 as of right now. So, which is great. It's going faster now. But that 900 to 1,000, oh my God, it took a long time. Most important thing is never give up. Same with astronomy. You might just be kicking yourself. You can't figure out how to find this object, or can't find Andromeda or that. I've been through there. Don't give up, okay? Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Why not you? Why not me?